I'll lead you all in the dance, said he.
I'll lead you all in the dance, said he. Comes from the hymn Lord of the Dare, written by Sidney Carter. The song, which uses the deep of simple gifts, portrays Jesus as the leader of a cosmic dance, representing his life and resurrection.
I am the light that will never, never die. I live in you if you live in me. I am the Lord of the dance, said he. Oh, looky, looky. Hello. Hey, Joe. Happy fire horror, happy fire horror. Energy is moving to and fro, right? We're swinging along nature. With nature. In poverty, one achieves a perfection of suffering that not even a deadly ailment can do. In poverty, suffering endures like an undiagnosed cancer, sapping you of all strength, molesting you with hunger, debilitating and stripping you of all dignity that every human strives to have. One deadly scourge that we have failed to heal. In times of plenty, poverty rules. Mic drop. In times of plenty, poverty. So I came upon this realization the other day. Pain is property, like it says in one of the Owl Mal songs. You stand for anything else, you owe yourself an apology. You stand for the enemy. You stand, what did it say? I'm not white. You're not black. We've been divided by colors. And Gandhi said, let me be born in with the pariahs, with the outcasts. Let me be born amongst the outcasts. That's a good place to serve people. Pain is property. In other words, they're trying to sell you stress, or that's what I was trying to tell my other friend. Like, move to America. Yeah, we have this notion that like it's like a lawyerly culture, right? Like we have this lawyer mentality. Like I say, it's like a slave owner kind of thing that we've done. Look, oh, we're something strange in the mentality of this culture. I don't know. Felt like I had my finger on it the other day. Anyway. Hey, hey, Yogi. I will turn setbacks into comebacks. I am doing that. I'm doing that shit with ferocity. Whatever you do, you better do it with ferocity. some dosing capsules, or you know what? Yeah. Oh, what I say? I did say that. I said it. I'm gonna do it. Oh boy. I am rooted in the me that is on this adventure. Oscillating to and fro. As long as the pranayama comes along with me, I'm good. People lobby you, yeah? That's what I'm saying. It's like the unending being marketed to, being the campaigns, but not having a campaign of my own, you know what I mean? Like, dang. The fire triangle. Let's go. Get all the elements combined. These elements combine. Mixing some hashes. This is fun. Cause this is gonna get me high. Yeah. Um, that's right. My to-do list for today. I did it yesterday. I'm ahead of the game. Staying ahead of the game. They're on America's Most Wanted list. America's Most Wanted list. And I'm getting into loading my dosing capsules today with the clean device. I go. Raising the level here a minute. I go on. It can go on and on. America's Most Wanted list. America's Most Wanted list. So, yo, it's no cap, DC. Blessings to DC. It's Al, I guess. We're sashing. I got some delicious BHO in the Lobo device, dry herb vaporizer. Um, yeah, I waste people's time on this live stream because I'm a bad man. No, I feel like I'm not trying to waste anybody's time, but no, I'm really broken like that. I really do be wasting y'all time, huh? Respect for the workers, people rocking it. She stepped on stage, hills and eyes on, and she set it on fire and she get it what for what I'm saying here. It's 15, we ain't got time for the games in here. And I ain't mentioned I've been this shit and I'm so involved. So this puts is the benefits of me going hard. And I ain't stopping for no one. And my certain fire ain't an option for no one. Channeling my inner fire outwardly unto the world. That's what's going on here. People are gonna total power. Work it. Winning the fucking day is what we're doing. Message of the day drops. This message of the day delivered by Sheriff Toby with the crooked nose. Indicating his moral flexibility. Got a certain moral flexibility. He's gonna murk a dude. Watch out. What's the message? Earth Force. Raphael lovingly suggests that we are in need of grounding. Here he reminds you of the beautiful energies that force through the centers of the world. That's not the very source, the heart stopper of the world, I say. But you have been moving too fast, physically or emotionally, as a consequence of just take a moment to breathe and find stillness. And stillness is never is. It's always present to hold you and help you. And just like unconditional motherly love, she gives the count and truly, truly us. And all your beauty and truly, truly. We don't just do what we feel we want to. Let God, I hold the stress for you and all will be well. So this time, please, you can't imagine it. When I learned how to discharge my specialized force and discharges into the earth. The best lesson I ever learned. Drowning is the best lesson I ever learned on the show. Serious.
let's say some of these cars, stay smooth because one thing to stay cool. That's just an easy sentence that it's really not a definitely not. It's never saying when. So when I like that, God, nice body. Lord, Lord, nice place. Even if it's or no more. I imagine was. The only thing that could kill my soul is that's the often and that's the intangible part of me you can't from it. So now it's like I'm sitting right and the bars out. We just shouted alcohol. You get it? So now I need to search this time, please play this fucking in the game match and spin battle.
Yeah, I like reading. I like listening. Go again. I'm out. Music. Mm. Ramakrishna Paramahansa lived as a very intense devotee most of his life. He was a mad devotee. Ramakrishna Paramahansa. If you haven't heard the name before, well, now you have. He was a tastemaker in the spiritual realms. Ramana Maharshi, Ramakrishna Paramahansa, Ramakrishna Paramahansa. I'll show you a picture. Ramakrishna Paramahansa. Yeah, that guy. He's dead. He died 1886. 1886 he died. There is no devotee who is not mad. If one is not mad, one is not a devotee, because devotion is madness. A very beautiful madness, but it is madness. So Ramakrishna was an ecstatic and insane man. Now, with a certain distance of time, it is very easy to say he is a Paramahansa. But if you lived with him, it would be very different. Suppose your neighbor jumps over into your garden in the middle of the night, comes and hugs your tree and starts screaming and crying. Would you think he got enlightened, or would you think he is drunk and crazy? This is what Ramakrishna was doing. He would burst into tears anywhere and cry like a baby. If he sees a tree, if he sees a cloud, if he sees the sun or the moon, he would cry like crazy. You would not think he was enlightened. You would definitely think he was insane. Ramakrishna was a devotee of Kali. For him, Kali was not a deity, Kali was a living reality. She danced in front of him, ate from his hands, came when he called, and left him dripping with ecstasy. This was real. It was actually happening. Chemically, he was all ecstasy. One day he was sitting on the banks of the Hooghly River, and a very great yogi, a rare yogi, Tatapuri, came that way. Though Ramakrishna's body, mind, and emotion were dripping with ecstasy, his being was longing to go beyond this ecstasy, because somewhere there was an awareness that even this ecstasy is bondage. Still, the sweetness of ecstasy that he experienced was too much to leave and go. This is not any different from a drunkard being addicted to his drink or a drug addict being addicted to the same substance. This should not be misunderstood. The only thing that is different is alcohol and drugs will damage the system. This devotee ecstasy will not damage the system because this is internal. It is beautiful, there is no question about it. But the addiction, the attachment, and the longing for that same, and the longing is that same, and the limitation is also the same. Whatever Ramakrishna had, whenever Ramakrishna had contact with Kali, his object of devotion, he would be dripping with ecstasy, and he was fine with that. When Tatapuri came, this transpired between them. Tatapuri said, "This is very simple. You have the necessary energy. You just have to empower your awareness. You are empowering your emotion. You are empowering your body. You are empowering the chemistry within you. You are not empowering your awareness." Ramakrishna said, "Okay, I will empower my awareness and sit still." But the moment he had a vision of Kali, he again went into uncontrolled states of love and ecstasy. Any number of times he sat down, but that moment he saw Kali, he just flew up. Then Tatapuri said, "Next time Kali appears, you have to take a sword and cut her into pieces." Ramakrishna asked, "Where do I get the sword from?" Tatapuri replied, "From the same place you get Kali from. If you're able to create a whole Kali, why can't you create a sword to cut her? You can do it. Get ready." Again, the moment Kali came, he burst into ecstasy and forgot about the sword, the awareness, and everything. So then Tatapuri told him, "Sit this time. The moment Kali comes, look at this." He picked up a piece of glass and said, "With this piece of glass, I am going to cut you where you are stuck. When I cut that, you create the sword and cut Kali down." He picked up a piece of glass and said, with this piece of glass, I'm going to cut you where you are stuck. When I cut that, you create the sword and cut Kali down." So when Ramakrishna was just at the edge of ecstasy, when Kali appeared in his vision, Tatapuri took a piece of glass and cut him really deep across his forehead. Then Ramakrishna created the sword and cut Kali down. He became free from the mother and the ecstasy of feeding off her. And that is when he truly became a Paramahansa. Till then, he was a lover, he was a devotee, he was a child to the mother goddess that he created. A Paramahansa meaning suggesting that he can go and come. He can go and come. It's his, it's his tool now. It's his door to open and shut, suggesting that it's a penetration of awareness into like a different realm. Knowing or like a knowing even. The Paramahansa is a union. It's a yoga self-realization thing. But it's not a self-realization, it's a yoga thing. Usually around self-realization attainments, we'll talk about Paramahansas. Like it means swan. Like when the swan dips its head underwater or goes down fishing, whatever, and comes back up and looks all beautiful again. So is Ramakrishna Paramahansa the same as what was the other name I said? Oh, yeah. These are two different guys. Ramakrishna Paramahansa is not the same guy as this other guy I'm thinking of. Anyway, or maybe they are. I don't know. What's the name of this? Eh, it'll come to me. My meditations. They're going. Yeah. My. Oh my. Time to make oatmeal. Feel like making some oatmeal. Got the crooked nose. So cute. Super cute. Whoa, winning the day, yeah, yeah. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Cheers. It's cheers time. Yep. I'm switching it from party mode to business to really get some clouds out of this device mode. Yeah. Big cloud. That was nice. Mahadeva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva. Force. The speed of 24 hours, right? You know, we will make it if we run on time. You know what I mean? Like, we will make it, but only if we run. We have the weights, we have the measures of our days and nights. You've seen the light, I've seen the light. Grounded, grounded, but running, right? Yes. Sports. Understanding how to relax. The journey, the discovering of where you're not relaxed and learning to relax there. Like, I discover that I don't relax my face, like ever. I can't. Uh, but that might be a me. That's a me thing. That's what I mean. Yep. 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 So today, is it safe? Can I tell you a story? Can I tell you a lighthearted story? Can we do something like that? Can we get something like that going? Like a Can I tell you a story? I like that story I told you. I mean, that story I read. Ramakrishna also Ramakrishna also called Rama Krishna Paramahansa. Okay, Google. I wasn't thinking of Ramakrishna Paramahansa. I was thinking of another sort of a famous spiritual figure around, I think, the same time in the same culture.
Perhaps you were thinking of Sri Sai Baba, circa 1838 to 1918, who was a contemporary of Ramakrishna and remains one of India's most beloved figures. He is famous for his simple lifestyle and his message of Sabka Malik Ek, one God governed all.
I was thinking of Ramana Maharshi, 1879 to 1950. He attained
95. The yogi who revived all free often praised by Ramakrishna. Trilanga Swami, c. 1887. A legendary mystic in Varanasi who Ramakrishna famously visited and described as a living Shiva. Swami Vivekananda, 1863 to 1902. Ramakrishna's own chief disciple became a world-renowned figure in his own right. Ramana Maharshi, 1879 to 1950. While younger, he attained realization in 1896 and is synonymous with the path of self-inquiry. Would you like me
Yes.
to look for more specific?
Ramana Maharshi would just sit and ask, "Who am I?" Different kind of a guy than Ramana Maharshi. Different. Ramakrishna. Who am I? I love the taste of VHL. I can't get enough. Some Gushmans. It's like a that lemony stuff. Yeah, the citrus cannabis. The headband going on. Strapping on a headband. Let's go. Oh, goodness. Give myself a little extra. Recovery from Mardi Gras. Not. Happy Lent. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Shout out to Miracle of the Desert. If I lose this jar, I had two at one point. I don't know if I can put my hands on the other one. But god dang, it really helps the flavor. I forget to move it sometimes. I love it when it's just makes it pleasurable when you're taking your hit. You're like, oh yeah, I'm taking the hit and I'm getting what I want. And it can't contain my dough. I want pleasure. No, I was just thinking about the I what? Thoughts? What thoughts were those? Yeah. I have a underneath the, like This is my territory, reptilian brain. Like even deeper than the reptilian brain is is the operating of the what feeds into that reptilian brain, right? It's 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 becoming familiar when you get that deep. Not only becoming familiar, but becoming that guy. I don't know. I don't know. I thought I could. I don't know. I was gonna say comfortable, settled. Like, what do I know? I guess I'm unsettling. I'm an unsettling presence on the world. Children are very unsettling. Status, right? If it's affecting my status and I get my defenses up. I've done a bad thing. I can't tell anybody because it sounds like you get that. You get that times 100. Like, great. Now understand that you can never understand. Like you have a force you're dealing with greater than your thoughts.
Grown up hurts, zero grown up stress. With AAA, it pays to be a member. Seeing this? On this episode of China Uncensored, the end of China Uncensored. Welcome to China Uncensored. I'm Chris Chappell. After almost a year of doing this show, I've realized that people aren't ready to hear the truth about the CCP or my many puns about communism. So, no use in stalling it. I've decided to end China Uncensored. Instead, I'm pursuing my lifelong dream of writing the next great American sci-fi anime musical. Think Babylon 5 meets Dynasty Warriors meets Les Mis. Now that's what the people want. Go, stop. Can't end the show. Who are you? How did you get here? I'm you. 13 years in the future. You're me? 30 years in the future? No, 13, not 30. I'm 2026. Oh, dear God, you know what that means? Yes. Time travel. Who cares about time travel? What I want to know is why do you look so old? We've aged terribly. No, we've aged great. You should see Mouse. Who's Mal? Never mind. I'm here from the future to show you why you have to keep making China uncensored. You've changed the lives of millions of people. Does that mean in the future I overthrow the CCP? Well, no, at least not yet. But do have over 2 million subscribers. Seriously? Oh, yes. You're amazing. They form your own China Uncensored 50 Cent Army. You launch a great campaign called Operation Honeypot. I have my own army? So I can finally be the supreme leader of these United States? No, so you can fight YouTube's algorithm to keep the show from dying. Wait, what's a YouTube algorithm? Never mind. The point I'm trying to make here is that you must keep making China uncensored. Give me 8 good reasons. Okay. You'll cover historic protests in Hong Kong, not once, not twice, but 3 times. You'll hire a Filipino fishing boat and claim disputed territory in the South China Sea. You'll witness a presidential election in Taiwan. You'll travel to the island of Jinmen, less than 2 miles from mainland China. You'll expose CCP influence operations in Australia and New Zealand. Oh, and you'll get banned for life from the Waldorf Astoria trying to interview Xi Jinping. Okay, those are 8 good reasons. But the problem is, every video I make, I feel like I'm screaming into the void. Am I actually making a difference? Look, pretty much everything happening in the world right now in 2026 has to do with China. And a lot of these issues you started covering almost a decade ago. Well, for me, that's still a few years in your future. Like that episode about China's influence in Venezuela. Why? What's happening in Venezuela? You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Anyway, the same goes for China's influence in Iran and the Arctic and Canada. I'm a little worried about what's happening in 2026. Me too. Me too. But you are making a difference. People who watch China Uncensored are ahead of the curve.
He did this. This guy is creative as fuck.
Years.
The creativity is mind blowing. Look at this.
Cover how the U.S. lose its military base in Diego Garcia. It's the UK.
I got China Uncensored merch.
Sure, I know where all the places are. Then,
Alright, guys. We're going on YouTube.
on social media.
I'm gonna get my hippie badge.
Donald
Straight from South Africa. I don't need a fishing net. I don't need a gourd.
President Trump, he's really into tariffs. You know what?
I need a shirt that says
That
10 to the flowers.
first time. The first time? How likely is it that Trump is going to impose tariffs on China?
Oh, he's definitely gonna do it.
Really?
100%.
Wait, who's shouting? You know, never mind. Look, you keep saying I'm ahead of the curve. There's something that's been keeping me up at night. I'm really worried that with China's lax medical safety standards, they could accidentally unleash some kind of super virus that causes a worldwide pandemic. Stop the lockdown! Stop the lockdown! The cure for the coronavirus!
I mean, not 10 to the flowers, melt more. Who's got merch, I think.
Don't worry about it. He's gonna be okay. In about
It's got a store.
Look, I'm almost out of time here, but you need to keep China Uncensored going. You help millions of people learn about the CCP. You help them prepare for the future. And we'll do it all while making terrible communist puns. Wow, sounds like I really hit the marks. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, I almost forgot. Someday, Chinese state-run media is going to call you anti-China garbage. Really? Say no more. I mean, giving hope and knowledge to millions of people. Yeah, that's great. I've always wanted to be insulted by the CCP. I'm definitely going to keep making China uncensored. My job here is done. Now, hold on. Now, I know all this stuff about the future, but aren't you worried that I'll tell people? Not really. You're going to go around telling people Donald Trump is the president of the United States? Who's going to believe you? That was close. I managed to save China Uncensored from the past. It's not over. I still need to save China Uncensored now and in the future. For that, I need your help. A year ago, we launched Operation Honeypot. That was in response to a sudden, unexplained drop in YouTube views. Same thing happened to other anti-CCP YouTubers. As part of Operation Honeypot, I asked you to watch my videos to the end and leave comments with the honeypot emoji. Your actions drove up engagement, increased watch time, all the things that YouTube says the algorithm wants. And it worked for a time until our YouTube views mysteriously fell again at the end of 2025. You guys are still unsubscribed or not notified about episodes. And then there's the demonetization and the potential sponsors who pull out their terrified rates. So Matt, Shelley, and I, we had to take pay cut after pay cut to keep the show afloat. Look, I think 2026 is going to be really significant. And like I told younger me, a lot of stuff has to do with China. Stuff I've been talking about for years. So if you've been watching China Censored, you understand what's really going on in the world today more than everyone else. But a lot of people still don't understand China or the CCP. Almost half of Americans think that China is already more powerful than the US or will be soon. And a majority of Americans think their lives won't really change if China surpasses the US. You and I know how wrong that is. If America can't deter China, war is coming. And the first step in stopping that war is helping more people understand the threat of the Chinese Communist Party. So, got some work to do, and we can only do it together. Join me. So far, around 900 of you have joined my 50 Cent Army at our website, ChinaUncensored.tv. But we need a minimum of 3,000 consistent subscribers just to be able to stabilize the show, to not have to worry about YouTube's shenanigans. So, here's the big ask. I need at least 2,100 of you to head over to my website, ChinaUncensored.tv, and click on the subscribe to join the 50 Cent Army button. When you join my 50 Cent Army, you're making sure that China Uncensored can continue to exist. Please take that step. I need you now. Big things are happening in the world. This is not the time to retreat. It's the time to step up together. Which is why, when we reach 3,000 subscribers, I will convene the first ever worldwide meeting of the China Uncensored 50 Cent Army exclusively on our website. You don't want to miss this. But let me sweeten the honeypot a bit. The first 200 new subscribers who support us with an annual premium plan will get this exclusive made in the USA Operation Honeypot mug. We'll send it to you, the mail. We've only made 200 of these, so once they're gone, they're gone. We need you to keep China Uncensored alive. So click here to go to ChinaUncensored.tv and officially join my 50 Cent Army. The link is below. Once again, I'm Chris Chappell. See ya. I have a time machine. Let me ask future Chris if this subscription push saves the show. Subscribe or die! Time paradox!
Three oh 683. Channel uncensored. Yeah. Get down in. Giving. Giving.